pretty much there's traffic and wind, so I'm sorry in advance if it sounds pretty bad. But for the most part, it shouldn't sound too bad. All right, so you have a skateboard or something of the sort that has the ability to do an ollie, like a penny board or something, or a longboard even. I have seen people do an ollie on a longboard. Don't recommend it, but I've seen it. So how do you ollie on a skateboard? Well, pretty much the motion is you grinding your shoe. So what I mean is you'll see your shoes start to tear, which you're gonna want some beat up shoes to skate. I'm just being honest. I spent maybe about 40 bucks. They were on sale at Zoomies. You can get a good pair. You want the Vans, specifically if you want Vans. You're gonna want the Pros. Those are the skate versions of those shoes. And you can't just, you can wear regular Vans if you're just starting out and you wanna see if you like it. But if you've been doing this for a while and you're like, hey, I really do wanna get better and I do like this, Vans Pros are what you're gonna want. And most shoe companies that are skate oriented, like Vans, Nike, and stuff like that. Nike has Nike SB skateboarding. So like you're gonna want those oriented shoes because they're gonna last a whole lot longer. They're gonna be an extra like 10 bucks or so, depending on the shoe. An extra 10 bucks meaning you would get a normal model of that shoe, but it's going to be better quality, so you're going to pay a little bit extra more. So, honestly, for the quality, I've had these for 3-ish months, and I've used a little bit of shoe glue. I don't like these. That's just personal preference, though, because I skate a little bit different, and these would be good for transition skaters, and which they are. For me, though, I don't like them because I don't have any top protection. I have just different feet. So it's going to vary by everybody. I have friends that love these. I have friends that hate these. A lot of people skate half cabs, which are great. It's a great shoe. I've skated them. But let's go back to the ollie. So pretty much what you're going to be doing is you're going to be popping. So if you can sit there and just tip back on your back foot, all right, then you're already set and golden, okay? So what you're pretty much gonna wanna do though is you're gonna want your foot about right behind the bolts is where I typically tell people to start to learn an ollie. As you get better, you're gonna learn where your foot needs to be and when it needs to be there. But just right behind the bolts or right on your back bolts right here is probably your best bet. And so pretty much you're gonna pop the board, as you know, but you're gonna grind your foot right on up, and you're gonna do that a couple times. So all right, step one, you're just gonna grind it. You're just gonna sit here and pop it up, grind it. Okay, now you're gonna pop and jump. You don't even have to do anything with your foot because you're just going to learn that motion of, okay? All right, guys. So pretty much, you can see me further now. So I just did it a couple times, and you're going to teeter-totter a little bit. You're not going to be perfect. You're just going to kind of put your foot there, and naturally, you're just gonna lean over the board. Like there's no getting around it. Now, getting your back truck off the ground is where a lot of people get stuck. And if you have this problem, that means you're not popping as hard because that back truck will just come up. So I'm gonna play different scenarios that could happen to you guys that I think could, I have some advice for, all right? So if you are back here and you're, all right, and it's not getting as high as you want, you're gonna want your foot eventually to put it a little further back. When you get that sliding motion, the fundamentals of an ollie are your pop, your slide, and the level. So leveling is what people struggle with the most. So, all right, and then people kind of just don't know what to do. So another thing is landing. Just go ahead and put your foot in the middle of your bolts if you're scared to land, okay? So then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna do this little baby hop when you pop this bolt. Like, it's not really gonna move or do anything. And that's what will really help you build up that confidence to go ahead and do that. Another thing that I've seen people struggle with, just grinding it in general. So your shoes, whatever shoes you're deciding you want to beat up, eventually are going to get this natural groove in your shoes, which help with your ollie. So that's the definition in the skate community of breaking in shoes. You can wear your shoes normally to break them in, just like to school, work. I probably wouldn't go out and play in them because they might get dirt at the bottom. And having dirt at the bottom of your shoes when you skate is fine. Just don't purposely jump in a puddle of water or mud and then hop on a skateboard. Just kind of dry them off or wipe them off. But just wear these new skate shoes that you get as often as you can, so you can naturally just break them in, and then they're going to be easier to skate, and then they're going to be easier to scrape, and so you can get your ollie. That's pretty much it, and I can do a part 2 strictly on things that you guys are commenting that you're struggling with, and we'll just go individually per comment. And if we're getting like a group of this similar comment, we're just gonna pick one of those type thing. So if I get no comments, which is fine, I can just go ahead and go on some other skate videos and post a video about some tips I have with ollies. This was just the fundamentals. There's really not a whole lot you can learn with an ollie. You just need to practice, and that's a lot of skateboard tricks. You just simply need to sit there and practice. Practice makes perfect. All right, see you guys on the upside.